Hey guys, this is Mark. Sorry I've been kind of not on video. I haven't been feeling good the last few weeks. I went to the doctor and stuff though, and and stuff like that. I had a stomach bug, flu going on. So yeah, I'm better now, but still some residuals there in my stomach. So yeah, I've been trying to take it easy. I missed some work days, so I'm not happy about that at all. But it's what it is, right? Um, that going forward though. Um, Today's video is about you know, games coming up, games out right now. Borderlands 2, but I know Boxing talked about it. Uh, Big Boss. I can't remember his gamer tag. Sorry if I get it wrong. The Big Boss talked about Borderlands 2 is free on Steam. It is free on Steam. You can download it free. Borderlands 2 was a real good game. I bought it up at GameStop with a friend of mine. I know we did the 11 o'clock midnight release. They're eons ago, it seems like. Um, Still waiting on, news about the Game Pass Ultimate and how they're going to do the Call of Duty thing. They're going to put all the Call of Duties on Game Pass Ultimate. And how much that's going to cost more. Because, when they add all the Call of Duties from Call of Duty 1, all the new Call of Duty coming out, that came out and come out every year or every other year. The priest they had to increase prices eventually. 3 months are sorry guys. 3 months are $59 now. $60 for 3 months. Is that good or bad? I don't know. And if you're a budget gamer, it kind of blows your budget now. Because now you have to sit there and okay, so I gotta spend more money to get this than it was 6 months earlier or 8 months earlier. Xbox consoles gone up. PlayStation hadn't said much about the console going up, but then they did have a price increase on their Plus and stuff, so that kind of go there. And Nintendo Switch 2 has come out, and right now it's a pretty good success. It's selling pretty well. Certain stores, certain Target only had like 15 or 16 systems. Online sales are pretty good for it right now. What I've been reading. Now, long term, I don't know. Short term, people are buying it. People were at Best Buy or Walmart or were in the building. I've heard different sources saying that their Walmart had people standing outside waiting for hours for one. Switch 2 came out. People want to buy it. It kind of goes to show you that gamers buy anything practically. Is that a bad thing or good thing? I think people just need to let go of the fact that gamers are going to buy whatever they want. Like I said, I play devil's advocate with a lot of companies. I think making money is very normal. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, PlayStation, Steam, Valve, are not running soup kitchens. These companies are, not heading up charities. They're heading up companies that make hundreds of millions of billions of dollars a year. But in the case of Microsoft and Nintendo, with their sales gains do pretty well, especially for Nintendo. Is that something that needs to be looked at differently? Maybe. Maybe not. Do we need to have tighter reins on games companies? Probably not. I think the price should go no higher than $60. $70 too much for me. I bought Spider-Man 2 for $70. I admit it, I paid $70 for it. Because I wanted to play it, I saw reviews of it, the game was good. I play a little bit of it as I go. Helldivers 2 is still pretty good for me. I'm still playing Helldivers 2 to this day. Even though I have tons of more games I can play, right? So, but that being said, and also Borderlands 2 is free until the 8th. So hop on it in Steam if you haven't hopped on it right now. But saying what I want to say is that These game companies, guys, are not making money for charity. They're making money because they know, what we're going to buy. Okay? And to play devil's advocate, yes, I think it's wrong that companies try to screw people out of, making money. I think it's wrong that these companies are trying to, you know, take your money away from you by nickel and diamond. But you know what, though? Like I said before, gaming is not a poor man's hobby. You cannot be poor and be a gamer. It just doesn't work. You could buy an Xbox S Series day one, but you still got to play. You still got to pay for Xbox Game Pass. So you're paying $20 a month to privilege to play online, or $60 every 3 months. You're paying money. Now you can go, to your local GameStop or local Best Buy, Walmart, and buy those 2-for-1 deals. You used to have the Best Buy. You get one Game Pass. You get Game Pass 3 months. You get like an extra one on a code, on the receipt. You can give your birthday, or you can keep the you can use the paper code and give your card code to a friend, or keep it for yourself. Have 6 months. And that's what I did a couple times. I went to GameStop and Best Buy Heart for Cash. But this video, guys, is mostly going to be about really understanding gaming and why gaming to me is not going to change that whole lot. Gaming has been an enterprise, has been a multi-billion-dollar industry since the 80s. Okay, and even since the 70s. We're doing nothing new here, okay? You're making money. You're out there making money. You're pushing carts at Walmart, or you're working at Lowe's, loading up bags of mulch, or you're working at a gas station, selling cigarettes. You're making money. And if you're half your money or a portion of your money going towards gaming, you're watching this channel for a reason. Now, I'm a down-to-earth gamer, folks. I believe to be down-to-earth. I believe to be somebody who's going to tell you like it is, okay? And I think gamers need to understand this. Gamers have to understand that, the year how we used to do it, are no longer there. The year of doing this doesn't work anymore. The way how we used to do it don't work anymore. The worrying about, paying the bills should not be part of your mind. If you're a gamer and you can't pay bills, you need to cut out gaming. I'm sorry. If you can't pay your light bill, I paid a cable bill. Just one app, click on the button, boom, paid it. Well, I have money in my account to do so. There's been times where I had to scrape money together to pay that cable bill, internet bill. There's days where I wonder, there's months where I wonder why I even had internet. But you have to have it. Now if you have YouTube TV, I can cut off the Stars and MGM Plus and save about $20, about $12 there. But I like watching movies. I like watching movies on YouTube Premium, because that's part of the account that carries over with Stars. So I can watch movies on YouTube Premium as I'm watching other videos about whatever I'm watching, J2 Sense or whatever I'm watching. I click on the movies and TV and watch a movie from Stars on my YouTube if I want to Premium, or I can watch it on YouTube TV itself. But there comes a time, guys, where we have to start making decisions, about financial responsibility. You're hearing people online crying about student loan debt and credit card debt. If you're a gamer and you spent $3,000 on a 5090, and now your rent is due, you're going to have to sell 5090, my friend, to pay that rent. You're going to have to sell that rent. You're going to have to sell that 5090. You got to sell that whatever you bought, because right now it's getting too expensive. I think people today need to understand that the world we live in is not what it was, not what it used to be. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you believe. The world we live in is not what we is not what we used to live in. The world has changed a lot, okay? And once we understand this, once we get this, we'll be better for it. But right now, the gaming channel I'm on here, and you're watching, if you can't afford rent or food or gasoline, put back that Game Pass Ultimate card. Put back that Steam card. Put back that PlayStation 5. Put back that Xbox. Put back that gaming rig. Put back that graphics card. I have a 3070 8GB card. I'm still using it. Why? I know I really can't afford a new card right now. Because they're too expensive and I'm not going to pay $3,000 for a card. And right now, I don't see anything on the market right now I really want. Now it's in 9060, look pretty nice. But am I going to run and buy one? Of course not. Because it's not feasible to me. I have to have a price performance feasible understanding. If what I'm buying costs more than my bills, I bought a 50, I have 3070 I got. $500 about 2 or 3 years ago. My bills don't reach up to $500. So I can afford it. But I do had to buy a car issue for my car. I had to buy a sway bar, front bar. I had to buy new brakes. I had to buy a starter. I had to get a new battery. I had to get the gasket seal taken care of. That's like $1,000 right there. Cheapest card I could find was a 9070 XT non-XT for $400. Can't afford it at the time. I have to have my bills and what I'm making have to balance out. And I make good money. But I'm not gonna sit there and risk my life. A house I paid for, stuff I bought just to go buy a graphics card or a game console. Sometime down the line, folks, you have to start understanding that, you know what? It's time to say no more. It's time to say goodbye to it. If you cannot play games, you cannot afford to buy at least one game, say no to Game Pass Ultimate. Because all you're doing is just renting games, not really owning anything. If you can't go on there, Game Pass Ultimate, and buy that game at a discount because you can't afford it, you might not want to buy that Game Pass Ultimate card. Now, I gave away 2 Game Pass Ultimate cards because I bought them when they were cheaper. And I bought them because I wanted to do a special 200 sub, contest. And I did. And 2 people that got them love them. One person never had Game Pass Ultimate. He has an Xbox app on his computer. Tried it out. He likes it. He may actually keep it. But I think Game Pass Ultimate to me is more of a, rent to own type of thing. Where you can, I pay for it because I know what it is. I play Doom Dark Ages. I went to Walmart and bought a 3-month, just play Doom Dark Ages because I know I needed one. I could buy a Doom if I want to, but I choose not to. But I just rent them because I like drinking. Now, will I buy them? Of course, I'll buy them on Steam. I bought Halo. I bought Halo Infinite. I bought Halo Master Chief Collection. I bought Gears of War 5. I bought Gears of War 4, and I don't think 4. I bought other Xbox games on Steam on sale. Could I play them on Game Pass Ultimate? Why? Because it's cheaper on Steam, and that's where I go for my gaming purposes. See, guys, I am not rubbing in anybody's face that I can afford this. I'm not. Because there's months in my life, years in my life where I was poor as dirt. Now, I lived on tuna fish and I lived on rice a couple times. I lived on Spam and macaroni and cheese for a couple years. I understand the hardship of going through life. It's not fun and fair to go up there and see kids running around and having fun in the pool and you're sitting there at home, just poor because your family just, doesn't make it, doesn't have the financial freedom that you think they should have. Be grateful that you have a roof over your head, food in your belly, clothes in your back. That's what my parents always told me. If you have these things we just mentioned, your life is good. You know what? God bless them. They're right. Because now I have a house over my head. I I have a gaming rig. I have an Xbox One X. I have things that are old, but I'm still playing the latest games on my 3070. Not so much my Xbox because no, it won't run it. But my graphics card will run it. And once they hey, we're pulling these drivers for the 3070, that's when I've said, hey, now I make a decision: stay on this thing or go somewhere else. I'll probably go to a AMD or buy a 50 whatever series card to throw it in there and well, hell with it. Not worried about it. Just to get it so I can get it going. Because once they get rid of the driver updates for your car, it doesn't matter what I have. You have 3090, it doesn't matter. Once drivers, when drivers don't work anymore, can't update anymore, you can't get the things working anymore, your card is pretty much a toaster, and it's a coaster practically. It's useless. But you could use third-party stuff on Steam to get your graphics card to work, I've heard. So, but I digress. Well, guys, this is my video. Now, I'm gonna make a video tonight, maybe. I didn't make a weekend video last Saturday because I wasn't feeling well. I went to urgent care and they did some samples, and I was kind of nervous, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I was worried and stuff. So yeah, but I think the sample came back negative. I had some bacteria infection in my stomach, but everything's fine. It's just the residual effects of that, with the cramping and stuff I had to deal with, and just a lot of pain in my stomach for a while. But I'm good to go. Glory to God, it's awesome. God is great. I'll see you guys later. Once again, like, subscribe, ring that bell. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.